Right, and this time I've set it up so that I can actually see both chats in one thing. I cannot put them up on screen because oh, you want to come back on my lap now? You're all wet though. Your paws are all wet. Um. Anyways, oh my god, you're soaking my pants right now, dude. What are you doing? Whatever. Who knows with her? But yeah. Anyways, I should be able to see both chats. I do want to test something where I like do everything on my computer and then broadcast it from my laptop instead to see if I can that way have the chat on there and then it not take the extra CPU, but that's besides the point. I always start these live streams by just complaining that shit is not working, so let's not do that again. Well, maybe okay. Let's not. Anyways, today's gonna be a yapper. Maybe we'll do something else as we yap, but it'll be a yapper. Oh, I should probably. Bro, least favorite part is putting up stupid announcement I'm live on every other platform because it feels so stupid. But you know, sometimes you are interested, you just don't remember. So it is worthwhile doing. I'm gonna do that too. Um, Give me a second. Okay, I thought I could get the link to the stream from another thing, but I cannot. Give me a second. Sorry. We're doing this again, I suppose. Or suppose, and that's the start of every stream. It's just me sorting out tech stuff. But you know what would we even say at the start of streams if I wasn't sorting out tech stuff? You know what I mean? Like what would the point be? Right. This should work. Yep, it did. Right. I'm gonna post it. Okay, what is she? What? Don't scratch the fountain, please, Miet. Come on, dude. Don't. Hello, go to bed. Go to bed, bro. Mods, ban this guy so he goes to bed. All right, I'm just gonna. Anyways, yeah, no, you got no business being in here at 1 a.m. You go to bed, shoo, or I'm calling your mom. Worse, I might even call your brother. All right, that's Instagram. Oh, great. Getting absolutely blasted on here. So bad out of context. Well, you know, I guess I'm lucky that none of you have learned how to clip shit yet, so I'm safe. The best you guys say is, chat, clip this, and all of chat does not know how to clip, so it never goes anywhere, but, whenever you guys do learn how to do that, I might be in trouble, but for now we're good. The stream agenda is yapping, and then I don't think I'll be able to yap for that long, so it's probably gonna be like a game or drawing afterwards. I'm not fully decided. Might be a game that I can play while I yap. Dude. Alright, there we go. Okay, and the cats are getting upset. I don't even know what the audio that went on there. Yeah, so I opened TikTok to post that I was live, and I got fucking, I was in the fucking blast radius of a nuclear explosion, apparently. So, my bad. I muted that, but that was kind of fucking loud. Alright. Nope. Yeah, I can't have chat in here, so I'm gonna have to make a new scene. We're doing this shit live. I can't whistle that well. Oh, I forgot there was music on its own. Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn that off, I think. Encoding overloaded. I know, I'm trying to turn that off. Right, yep, we're taking that out. We're taking this out. We're replacing this. Boom. And now it's gone. Yeah, Mimi. Okay. Would it really be a stream of mine if we didn't have to spend a good chunk of it just fixing issues that I probably should have taken care of before? I say no. So, yeah, anyways, as I was saying, I'm trying to figure out ways that I can transfer my my stuff to my laptop, possibly, partially, and then that maybe would hopefully let me have chat on screen again. Stream blinking. Oh, fine. I guess we can have the finger. Wait. If anyone opposes the finger, now's your time to talk. Now's your time to speak up. If you've got a problem with the finger, let me know. No? Alright, finger's going up. I did adjust the tracking of the model, actually, the way it reacts, because, I don't know, I felt like fooling around. The eyebrows do more now. You can see my eyebrows. I don't know why I was so focused on that, but, I was. And now that's that, so. Yeah, I don't know. Look. Crazy stuff has been going on. I mostly want to yap about that. I don't counter oppose your pro finger. Whoa! Please get this guy. Okay. Um. Yeah, good luck. The best you guys know how to do is screen record. You don't know how to clip on platform, so I think I'm safe for now. Okay. Yeah, basically I wanted to yap because, well, for like 4 months now, I've been posting basically every day, either a short or like a video or sometimes both. And sometimes I'd get confused and post two shorts on one day. But, been a couple of days, I have not posted at all. And that's because shit has been going crazy, okay? Little would you know, a potato flew around my room before you came, you know? So, yeah. Yeah, I know it. Screen recording is, I'm not feeling as threatened by that. Well, you can clip on platform and then it posts it. Damn. Jesus is number one, I guess. Guess you have not been on that grind. You know, to be fair, Jesus has been at it for what, 2026 years now, so that would be kind of hard to beat for most people. But anyways, yeah, so I haven't posted last couple of days, and in fact, I don't usually say that much about my personal life on stream. You know what's crazy? I'm actually doing the fucking finger IRL. I've got my finger up nerd emoji style as I'm talking. What is wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Ugh, whatever. Whatever. Anyways. So, I had my break week last week, and I was like, okay, you know, normally, Jesus number one. Just like Iron Lung, true. But you're not even number one in America. You're actually number one worldwide, you know, because this is not limited to America. You're actually number one worldwide. Um, Unless someone else who has more YouTube XP, however that's calculated, comes in. I don't like the amount of squiggles you've put in that message. I don't trust that. I don't trust that one bit. I'm not sure I want to know what you have on YouTube. All I know it's gonna be like, I don't know, black screen recording, and it's just gonna be I don't know, like fucking 10-hour fart loop or something. Mr. Worldwide. Whoa, 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 whoa. You know what? Maybe I'll just focus on my story. You know what? I don't feel like I should be acknowledging these things in chat right now. Okay? But anyway, so no, last week was break week for me, and you know, there's plenty of stuff you can do break week. You know, the only break week in the semester, usually you'd like, I don't know, relax, you know, have a little bit of fun, maybe like catch up on some stuff, on some homework. Um, but I got sick and I had like 3 assignments and I was so slow that I didn't get to do any of that. And I was like, okay, well that kind of sucks, but I guess at least I rested. Um, but then, but then, the weekend struck, and this weekend has been interesting. So recently, my sink, my kitchen faucet has been leaking, and at first it was just like a couple of little drops, you know, the type of stuff that keeps you up at night. Um, but it's become like a little stream now, and I guess the seal for the hot water is is just not doing its job anymore, so water's going through and leaking all the time. And you know, I've been careful because my kitchen sink has like a big degree. A fucking hell, you guys are distracting me. I was just a big degree. What the fuck? I was talking to my sink. You guys need to stop, okay? I'm trying to get my story straight. straight, huh? Anyways, trying to get my story straight, and all I see is, damn, go do your mortgage. Also, you think I can afford a house even with a mortgage? Hello? What do you think? I was born in the fucking 70s or something? Hello? Um, and bro, you're testing your luck out here, getting a degree in fucking finger nerd emoji. I don't even have glasses, okay? Put some fucking respect on my name. My model doesn't have glasses, okay? Or buck teeth. So, fucking watch it. But anyways, as I was saying, my sink has like a big side and a smaller side, both with drains. And I usually make sure to put it on the small side where I put nothing, and I never put the plug on the drain so that I can always drain and it does not flood. Well, I guess I forgot to do that Saturday because I come back in the living room after, a couple of hours of being in my room, doing fucking school work and being sick stuff. And, right, I go to feed the cats, and there's just a fucking lake under the dining table. There's just a full, like, the floor is fully coated. There's just a nice thick layer of water all under the dining table, dripping down the side of the counter. And I'm like, oh, that's not great. Why the fuck is my apartment flooded? Yeah, so I was doing the dishes, and I accidentally left the faucet on the big side where I was doing the dishes, and that filled up and started overflowing onto the counter, and then that started dripping onto the floor, and it flooded the kitchen, and the dining/living room, and the counter, so that was great. And then yesterday, I have an ethnography that was originally due today. Now, it's not, long story, but ethnographies are basically, you just kind of look at people and then write what they do. More or less. So I just had to go in a public space and, study what the people were doing. So I was like, sounds simple enough. Let me just walk to the library, to the school library. Should not be too hard. It's a decent walk, but it's totally doable. So then I was like, you know what? I have not moved my car in a long time. So, and by car I mean like an actual vehicle, not a cat. I have not moved my car in a while, so let me take my car. I get in the car, fucking starts farting, going I'm like, I'm not liking the sound of that. Keep stuttering. I'm like, okay. No, okay. That's, no, okay. So, battery was dead. The weather's not been nice, and I guess I did not start the car enough. So, battery was dead. And I don't know anyone to come and boost me here. And, so I was like, well, I don't know what to do. I call my dad. Because I was like, maybe he can think of something that I can't. And he's like, you know what? I have this charger for batteries. You can plug into an outlet and plug on top of the car battery. And I was like, okay. Well, he'll send me that, but the thing is, I gotta take the battery out of the car, bring it inside to do that. So, I go in, I try to look for a wrench, because it's held down with bolts. I only have a ginormous one. It's too big. And it takes me so fucking long to get a single bolt off, and there's like 5 of those. So I was like, okay, that's not gonna work. I start walking to the store. Yeah, you guys have a great uncle. Sorry to break the news. It's already enough having to deal with my own brain when I'm trying to say a story and make it coherent, but all I can see is obstetrics exam, silly cars, and then dad man in chat. Yeah, okay, well, you know what? I guess it is dad man. Can't argue with that. So anyways. I walked to the store because I'm like, I'll get a little wrench. There's not many stores and they're a little while apart because I don't live in a big city. So I walk to the store. And then the store's closed because it's Sunday and they only open at noon. So I was like, whoop. And then I was like, well, I guess I gotta walk. It's kind of cold. The wind was freezing as hell. But I was like, well, I guess. Suspicious noise. I guess I got fresh air. So I decide, I'm like, okay. I guess I walk home and I'll go to the library. I couldn't go straight to the library from where I was because I had not brought any of my supplies. So I go back home. I lug all my supplies. Backpack kind of heavy, but I'm like, well, it'd be like that. I walk to the library. They've got special hours for break week. So it's actually closed. So, I'm like, well, fuck, I kind of gotta do this stuff for my assignment that's due tomorrow at 8 a.m. So then I walk. I was like, well, originally I was gonna study and then go to the store and then get the proper supplies and then bring the battery in, but I can't do that. So then I'm like, where am I supposed to do this study? It's Sunday morning, nothing's open. I go to the grocery store, and then I'm like, I guess I'll study the people here, but doing that and not getting in the way of people, not easy. Not easy. But, I did finally manage to do that, and when I got home, no. I went to the grocery store. Bro, I'm getting so distracted. So, go to the store, I study people, I take notes, try not to be a freak and block a bunch of people and be a nuisance. But I think I succeeded. So, anyways, I get some groceries and I forgot that I only came here with a backpack and I did not have any grocery bags with me or anything because I was not planning to go to the grocery. I was planning to go to the library. So I got groceries in my backpack and then I got some in my arms. I had a little platter of sushi because it was like 50% off. And then I was like, well, okay then. So I go to the store where I was like thinking of looking for a little tiny wrench. They don't have any. I'm like, well, you know what? I'm here. I might as well make sure I look thoroughly. So I accidentally drop my platter of sushi. It tumbles, falls straight onto the ground, fucks up all my sushi, but at least the tray didn't bust open, so they were still fine. So then I managed to leave, get home, get inside, and then I realized, by the way, the backpack was so heavy, I had like 4 pounds of fucking mandarins only. I don't know why I decided to get that. I could have gotten those 4 pounds of mandarins any other time, but they were on sale. So, they were kind of a steal. But, anyways, so, yeah. I get home, finally managed to fucking drop off that backpack that was, like, carving a hole in my shoulders. And, then I look at my toolbox again. Turns out I have a tiny wrench. It's the right size, but it was even tinier than I remembered, so it was just like hidden in a little compartment. So I was like, okay, I guess that's nice. I did finally manage to get the battery inside, do my project, get all of the stuff done. But like, bro, talk about a fucking tiring weekend. And this is at the tail end of a cold too, so I'm not feeling the best. I'm feeling better, but I'm not feeling the best. Not enough to like deal with a flood and then a dead car battery, which is sitting in my bathroom right now, by the way, in case you were wondering. So, yeah. Anyways, now I will look at chat, okay? I've done my story. Have I tried letting Jesus take the wheel? That's a good idea. Unfortunately, I don't know how far any of the wheels would go with no battery, but, That's on healthcare collaboration the entire day? Damn. You'd think Jesus would know collaboration by now, I feel like sharing all that bread was kind of collaborative already. Webtoon trope of having the MC be a streamer. Okay, you can't just say that about anything, bro. You can't just say that about anything. Playing a game. This feels like a Webtoon where the main character is a gamer. Okay. Hello? What do you mean? Am I from Utah? No. I am struggling hard with concentration indeed. Okay, that commentary is not entirely appropriate, buddy. Mm. It's the ORV effect. Okay, well, I'm giving you 60 seconds to defend yourself, okay? Um, exactly what you mean because I don't know what the I'm up to date on ORV and I do not know what you're I don't know what being from Utah has to do with any of this. System of gods. Okay, yeah, like the streaming. Okay, I guess. Is that just glazing yourself? Or exposing yourself? I mean, I was gonna say, I guess one god is watching the stream right now. Damn, if only I was Dokta for real, I'd be loaded. Except, bro, I would not be like him. I would not be sitting on that money, bro. I'd distract all the tropes. I would pay my debt off, and then I would get my cats the craziest cat tower, and then I would probably donate the rest. One day I'm gonna yap about ORV, by the way. Just wait. It's like the day I'm gonna yap about Persona. Just wait. Just wait. Wait. You know what I'm thinking? You guys want something fun to look at while we yap? We could maybe even... Where is it? I thought I had a frame with none of this. We're making a new one. Jesus supports Jonathan Joestar, by the way. Good to know. You're JoJo's constellation. You need to find that one webtoon. Well, you've got a good minute because I'm trying to set up something, as per usual. Last minute. Unfortunately, that whistle is very catchy, I fear. Oh, why is it doubled? Why is it doubled? Why is it doubled? Um... Oh. Alright. Villainess streamer on Webtoon? Oh, I don't... We did read one where she's a streamer, but I don't remember the name. There's so many at this point, bro. There's so many. You just need one comic to be kind of liked, to have a trope, and then all of them just hop on that. Like, man. Alright, I'm not planning on doing Webtoon Bingo because I want to give people, like, more of a warning beforehand before doing that, so... But we can play a game. How many of you know Balloons TD? It is not a new game by any means, but... I want to see if I can run it while I stream. I don't know if it'll let me. If I don't stop with the whistling, what are you gonna do about it, huh? What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it, huh? Hmm? I was doing it because it was stuck in my head, but now, you're giving me motivation for. This is how I get you to go to bed at a more reasonable time. I can't do it while I'm laughing. If Bloons TD does not work, another alternative is we all study obstetrics. Yeah. So if Bloons TD doesn't work, maybe we all study obstetrics, and then we study whatever other other topic is on your exam. We study Jesus's exam, and then we study the other. All right. No, copyright strike. I can try to whistle and see sticker. Maybe I should learn. Maybe we should learn the. Maybe I should learn how to whistle the flute part in Sticker Band CT. Like a sticker, sticker. Like a sticker. Yeah. All right. Yeah, darn copyright, am I right? On Twitch, it does let you do stuff as long as it's not included in the VOD, but on YouTube, I don't think they do. Oops, that is not what I meant to open. We're gonna get there eventually. We're gonna get there. One thing that does look kind of fun is seeing this game people play. A couple of people play this game called Burglin' Gnomes, and it looks pretty fun. I think there's only a demo out yet, but I don't know how. I don't know if the people that have been playing multiplayer have been playing on the demo specifically. So we'll have to see. I'll look into it. And maybe I can convince some people to play because it is a free demo. So come on, come on. All right, let me see if I can get. If we can get the balloons going. Oh, wait, never mind. I do believe it says you gotta close OBS to get it to work. Maybe we don't do balloons then. Maybe we don't. I do not know what any of those are. Unfortunately. Quick draw. Shared publicly to help with machine learning research. I'm gonna want more info on that before I do that shit. I will write that down. I won't say no, but I won't say yes for this time, simply because I don't know what exactly they're including in machine learning here. Alright, well, I guess we can just draw. I guess that's the option. I don't know if I got the brain to do that at the moment, but I also don't have, I just don't have a habit of yapping that much, bro. Just play anything, it's too silent in here. Well, I got some music that I can play. Do the dab. Okay, again, great suggestion. I just don't know if copyright allows. I wake up feeling so horny. You know what? You know what? We do have a couple of options. It's also copyrighted, so unfortunately I cannot play it. Okay, no. You can do that by yourself. I'd rather not. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna switch back to this, because apparently... Yeah, but you know what? Apparently Kevin MacLeod, the guy who did all of those songs, recently allowed all of his music to be used for AI training. So... kind of an L. I don't know. I got through my story quicker than I thought, even though I did get distracted many times throughout. It was still quicker than I expected, so... But fine, I will play something with similar vibes to Sneaky Snitch, even though I cannot... well, I don't really want to play that, and also it is, like, it is technically copyright free, but you do have to give it credit somewhere, and while that is not hard, I just don't know where to put that at the moment, but if I plan in advance. Stop suggesting stuff that's copyrighted. Very similar vibes to Sneaky Snitch. Right, so we've got a couple options. We could try to actually play like one of those Discord games again. We could. I don't know if people are willing and available to do that though. You know? Because for some people it's 1 a.m., so that's not a thing that can be done. And, yeah, that's sad. I wanted to play Balloons, bro. Let me give it another go. Maybe if I open it again. But I can't close OBS because that will close the stream, so. I don't want to hear that. That will not be copyrighted indeed, but I don't feel like hearing that. Also, I don't know if I even have the MP3 of that. I only have like the actual. Okay, yeah, it still does not work. That's fine. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna close this down. No more Steam for us. You know what? Maybe we do a Webtoon stream. Maybe we do Webtoon bingo. Oh no, it messed up my... Okay, give me a minute. Change of plans. So I gotta... We can do a little Webtoon bingo. Yeah, no. Especially not when you just said, I have an exam tomorrow. No. No. You go to bed. Sorry for being quiet, guys. I'm just locking the frick in. Oh, my computer is low battery. Let me fix that real quick. Okay, Oh, the model fucked up. It got completely screwed because my webcam flipped. My bad. Okay, studying is, well, it's being generous. This is the wrong frame. Alright. Now we're talking. No chat on screen again because it, messes up. But if you were actually studying, you would know that studying only has one D, not two. Actually. Ooh. Yeah, I'm just opening the program so that the commands to get the bingo cards work. Alright. We should be good. They should work. Now we just gotta pull up a stream. Guys, are we going on Tapas? Or are we going on Webtoon today? Guys, I'm doing the Donald Trump talking pose right now. Guys, do we actually want to go on Tapas? Or do we want to go on Webtoon? Check the Discord. Fine, but if you fool me once, just know that I will not be fooled twice. Ah, shit. Fuck, I'm gonna have to actually think before I speak now. Alright. So, if you want a bingo card, the commands are on the top of the screen. You should be able to just put, like, bingo with the little exclamation mark to get the link for a board. And it's the same link for everyone, by the way. So, if one person calls the link, everyone can click on it and should get their own bingo board. Alright. What I feel like I haven't been on Webtoon in a second, so let's do Webtoon, you know? Let's do Webtoon. You know what? One, I should eventually work on my, Or did I turn the... I don't think I turned the commands off. Yeah, they should all be enabled. Yep, okay, they're all good. They are all good. Alright. Alright, we're in. Don't mess with my Duke Dubless. Well, you know what? Let's just not think about it this time. Let's just go for the first one. This one looks goofy. So let's just go for that. Let's just go. Got the worst one? How bad? How bad is it really? Right, give me a second. I ate chocolate before streaming. And because of that, my nose is runny. Don't ask how that makes sense, because it only applies to me. But, I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna blow my nose. Why am I telling you that? I don't know. And, yeah. And this time, I didn't even forget to unmute. I did. Improvement, okay? So. It's fine. If you're... Shh! You're sharing my secrets! It wasn't pure chocolate, to be fair. There's delay on it. No worries. If you do want to know if something is considered good for the board or not, though, feel free to speak up, as per usual. Alright. Finally. D minus 3 days. Tap tap. This face I wear now is not mine. Literally. Who could have seen that one coming? Oh, who could have seen that one coming? No one could have seen that one coming, huh? Woo-wee. Oh wait, let me change the title. Don't mess with my Duke Dubless. Whatever that means. Wait. I'm getting ahead of myself. We should read the synopsis. Okay? I'm gonna give it a second. And I'm gonna set up. I'm gonna When I open when I'm sleeping, just trying to change this stream topic. Come on. Okay, apparently manhwa comic and Webtoon, none of them are currently topics on Twitch still, so I guess we're still going with reading. Webtoon bingo! Me starting the stream and saying, I don't think I'm gonna do Webtoon bingo, and then immediately switching to Webtoon bingo. Well, you know, that's just a little taste of how you know, I'm just something of a loose cannon, really. I'm just something of a loose cannon. Okay, can we let me change my stream info, please? One of these days, I'm actually gonna start a stream and be ready for it. And you guys will not be ready for that shit. Alright. Okay. Don't mess with my Duke Dubless. What the fuck does that mean? Is Dubless a word that I don't know of? Or is that supposed to be a name? Okay, so I looked up the definition, and there's only one definition on Urban Dictionary for Dubless, and basically it's hidden it with no condom. So that's all I'll say. Holy shit! I assume that means they're going for a name and not for that definition. But hey, I guess we learn something new every day. Never would I have ever fucking known. Yep. Never would I have known, so. Oh golly, oh gosh, I guess. Yep. Alright. So. Okay, also, am I blocking the... Yes, I am blocking the synopsis. Okay, we're moving. Are we getting freaky with it? I think we are. Enjoy the new view, fellas. You're already one away? Calm down. What the... Jade is a professional fangirl on a mission. After being reborn into her favorite novel, she's determined to save her tragic bias. Okay, favorite character. Anyone got favorite character in the story? That's one. By finding him a perfect match, but her, quote, expert knowledge of the plot proves useless when her chaotic matchmaking schemes end in a hilarious disaster, throwing her directly into the arms of the Duke himself. He was supposed to fall for a storybook heroine, not his adoring, meddling, and slightly unhinged #1 fan. This feels like a knockoff of the, what's it called? My direct favorite or something? Prologue info dump? Okay, well, we haven't started the story yet. You can't say... You can't say prologue info dump yet. I'm not saying it's not the case, but we gotta see it first. But, you can't just check shit. That's not how bingo works. He's a duke, but he's not the Duke of the North, okay? We gotta wait. You're getting ahead of yourself, fellas, okay? You're getting ahead of yourselves. Let's chill. Let us chill, okay? Should I just stay up here? I think I will. Oh, I'm kind of blocking the bingo, but that's okay. Let's just float. I'm a bat. I'm actually Batman. Something's in my ass. I'm kind of sick. I can't actually do a voice. Duke of the North even means, because so many of these comics have a character that is straight up just the Duke of the North. It's always the Duke of the North. What are you the Duke of? The North. It's such a common trope, it's not even funny. It straight up means the guy is the Duke of the North. But, for once, the character actually has, like, brown hair and brown eyes, so... Your strategism... Yep. You want help studying? Because I can, put glasses on and, just start correcting all typos in chat. And be really fucking annoying. Just say the word. Just say the word. I mean, Dubless is kind of a fucking keyboard smash name, because what the fuck does that mean except the other definition, you know? So, oh my god. Up until 7 years ago, I was just a typical petite Asian woman. Oh my god, what the fuck? I gotta make petite a fucking bingo square, because what the hell, bro? Lady Jade, you'll be late if you don't hurry. It's alright. I'll be taking Philippe. A horse? Out on the street? It's too dangerous! I'm an amazing equestrian. I'll be... Oh. Also, if anyone has isekai, well, needless to say, you've got that. Carriage is already on its way. You can ride Felipe, or Philippe. I guess it's Philippe. I don't think there's usually two P's when it's like... Anyways. In your free time. Munch, munch. Okay, well, there's verb sound effects, by the way, for anyone wondering. We've got our shove. Munch is... It's borderline. It's borderline. If you hadn't had a history of disappearing, maybe I wouldn't have to be so uptight. She changed her ethnicity. I guess she fucking did. I guess she did. Predicted that, bruh. You can't just say that to everything. Come on. Damn, Jade! If we head over now, we can make it 5 minutes before roll call. Hiya! I'm an amazing equestrian, she says before getting into a carriage and having nothing to do with a horse. You want to know my epic joke, guys? I just came up with that on the fly the other day because I'm just kind of a little bit of a comedic genius. Don't let anyone know. And so what do you call it when a person with a horse swaps horses with another person with a horse? So they trade horses. I'm gonna give you a minute. Equivalent exchange. Anyways. Also, if anyone new is here, if you would like to get a bingo board, you can put ! bingo in the chat and it should bring up a link. It's the same link for everyone, but every time you open it, like, it should give everyone a different card. And there's so many tropes, you know, as we go through them, you can just check them off. When you get any line of 5, you win. You win a little drawing. You're so hungry you could eat a... Wait. The drawing is whatever you want it to be within reason. So, you can't pull up and tell me to draw the entire Genshin cast. That's too many. You also can't pull up and ask me to draw something NSFW. It just gotta be within reason. Okay? Yeah, well, you're not the only one who needs this, okay? You wanna know how long Fartman69 has been late on bingo rent? They've been saying they're late on bingo rent for a long time, so if that's true, they might get bingo evicted, so. Anyways. Don't mess with my Duke Dubless. 3D backgrounds, by the way. The petition on a busy day like this? Earlier. Fucking, this is the most anime style I think I've ever seen in a webtoon. About the expansion of the training hall, His Highness has asked you to bring the list yourself. Yeah, you were one away twice. That is kind of sad, not gonna lie. Perhaps you won his favor. You may expect to move up in the rankings soon. Favoritism. I'm a knight entrusted to a duke's family. Yeah, I gotta add one about exposition dialogue. Oh. I'm about to make 2 separate boards because there's so many tropes. I'm about to make one specifically for romance fantasy and one specifically for isekai romance fantasy because we've got too many at this point. It's just the more we add, the harder it is to win, technically. Well, maybe not. I don't know. All of these are pretty common, so. God, it's hot. Where are the palace houses spaced so far from each other? Long time no see, damn jade. Literally the color of the background. Holy crap. How do you not get sunburnt the second a single crumb of sun touches you? Are you on your way to see His Royal Highness? I don't know if I put like the intro. Prologue info dump is, yeah, kind of like the first specifically, but maybe we should find a way to make it like just any long info dump, because all of these info dump, it would be like too easy. I mean, when it's like multiple panels of just like showing the map and then war and then being like 3,000 years ago, we lost the war against Nation B, and Nation A has never been the same since, and this guy is the only one who could bring us out of this rut and back to our former glory. And it's like, okay, yeah. He's that good, but he's like a fucking 17-year-old veteran. Yeah, sure. Yes, I've been called to give a report to His Highness. It must be important business if you've been called to go there yourself. Important, my eye. He's just screwing with me. Also, sometimes they use this font. I don't like it. Does this apply to streamer next bingo? For which part? Look at you, sweating. A knight should never have to meet His Highness looking like that. Here, take this. Thank you. This smells like it's been drenched in her perfume for the past week. She wants him to know that I've met with her on the way there. Okay, anyone who had villainess on their board? You can check that one off. How very kind of you. Prologue info dump. I mean, what I said kind of applies in general to most streams. By the way, the cards. Oh, what the hell did I do? My bad. We're getting spoilers, guys. Yeah, the cards last for the entire stream, not just like if we do multiple comics, you get to keep the same card for the entire stream, not just the comic. But yeah, villainess. What a mastermind. Not really. Ah, the nobility, where no help given is without a selfless motive. What? You mean selfish motive? What? Oops. My bad. Of course, your diligence never ceases to amaze me. I'll see you at the next tea party. Why would a knight go to a tea party? What? And also, if she's a knight, isn't she supposed to be, like, ready to fight any time? Why is she not wearing any armor? I did not see a sword, but she might have one, and also her hair is loose, which is definitely not practical for fighting. A face of such unsettling beauty, with a voice as soft and gentle as silk. Her pride shoots through the sky. She carries herself with such class. Okay, what are you gonna make out with her? What's the point of this glaze, bro? As opposed to my duke, who just looks the part. She's the daughter of an actual powerful warlord. You mean actually? Josephine Tyra, who all ladies strive to be. Only 3 days until this high-spirited lady becomes this story's villainess. What did I say about villainess? What did I say? What did I say? Girl, practicing my whistling. I pity her sometimes because I know about all of the things that are going to happen. But in the end, becoming the villainess was her own choice. I do not sympathize with her. Didn't you just do that? I pity her sometimes? That's kind of... Okay. I must only worry about the well-being of 2 people. Jade Kinzel, an ordinary expendable... An extra. Okay, this comic has really odd translation. Really odd. A number of episodes until either I get bored or too tired or that it's been a while. So, but usually I try to at least do 3 for each comic, but this one has 6, which is a reasonable amount. So maybe instead of doing 3 episodes of 2 comics, we do 6 of this one. I don't know. And the one the author treated like nuclear waste just because they didn't like as much. That's crazy. Also, if he's a duke, why are you dressed the same as him? Yeah, well, they're gonna be like, what the fuck is Dubless, bro? Dubless doesn't mean shit, bro. It does not mean anything. And if I saw properly when I was scrolling back up, we're gonna get keyboard smash names. So, I won't say for sure yet, but it's looking like it. The root of all evil, the real world Saintess's reverse harem. The story that I now live in. Also, if you have one that's like lore omniscient or whatever, you get that, by the way. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna try to stop. The plot's self-explanatory. A girl from the real world finds herself being the love interest of multiple men. Fruits basket type character, but no face, of course. Also, flower glitter brushes. Whoever got flower glitter brushes on their board, you get to check that one off. That is true. He does not have any dubs. You know, that does make sense. But considering this was translated, I'm not sure that was the original idea, but... All the male leads, a prince, a spirit king, a dragon, and a fiend and a duke. No, of course. No, of course. No, of course. No, of course. flower glitter, bro. And though all the villains and resentful Josephine plan her demise, she manages to overcome every crisis with the help of the male leads. Each chosen one fighting over Min-Man. Yeah, no, it does seem like that will happen. Indeed, it does seem like that will happen. In the end, she ends up with the prince, because of course he's cold and brooding to everyone but her. The two get married and live happily ever after. Not everyone has a happy ending, though. Wait, is it the first episode? Yep. Prologue info dump. This is a prologue info dump. It maybe wasn't at the start of the episode, but it's in episode 1, so I'm counting it as a prologue info dump. The Tyra name perishes, and Josephine is banished to an ice palace. She becomes Elsa? As for Duke Dubless, my favorite character, he volunteers to go to deserted lands to protect the borders for the happiness of the two people who turned him down and took his place. This is basically the plot of what's it called, My Derelict Favorite. Except that one was, like, legible. How does this make any sense? Dying alone because of an unrequited love? That's crazy teeth up there. If the prince were so No, the grammar in this is not great. The prince was, because there's only one. If the prince was so worried about the country's borders, why didn't he just use the dragon and the spirit king? The arrogance! The dragon should have bit your crotch? Okay.
Lol, man's so cute. Don't forget about our Duke.
I don't know why I became Toad. I did my best to plead for the ending the Duke deserved, but the author was the real enemy.
I really don't understand why. Don't understand Duke Dubless fans. Why do you like him? I know. Lol. Lemo. I didn't know Duke. I didn't know Dubless had any fans.
Son of a... Wait. Son of a... Yeah. Each day on this earth brings me one step closer to misanthropy. Alright, this is a learning moment for your English exam, okay? This one's for you. This one's for you. Misanthropy is defined as a dislike of humankind. So. More specifically, misanthropy is the general hatred, dislike, or distrust of the human species, human behavior, or human nature. Alright. If they, for some reason, pull that shit out in your English exam, you're gonna be so covered. Whoa! To each their own, alright? One day, you'll all hopelessly fall for the second lean and suffer too. No, because I touch snow. Can't say I touch grass at this time of the year, but I do touch snow. Unfortunately. Damn Jade, His Highness requests your presence. That stupid smug face. Ah, just in time for tea. Was sending my beloved Duke away not enough? Now he keeps my nose on the grindstone too. Is the list complete? Lickton Asslot? Okay, keyboard smash names. Keyboard smash names. No. Keyboard smash names. What is that? One thing too is, a lot of comics that will use actual names use very different names for people that are supposed to be from like the same nation. So they'll use names that have a very like, that are very much not like English, which is fine, but like they will mix and match like very different. Like they'll have like a name that comes from like Russian and then like Old English and then Greek, and it's like they don't curate them in a way that feels like these are all people in the same world that are all technically supposed to come from the same place, right? Because even though there are different names and sounds, there are kind of sounds that just don't exist in a language. So it like, you know, I'm not saying don't use names from is the MC canon attractive? I mean, they've not said anything yet about her look, so I cannot say that she is at the moment. Right, how's Twitch doing? I just had to check. I feel bad the few times people comment in the write stuff in the Twitch chat, I end up missing it, so I'm keeping an eye. The few times I'm like, well, no one's in the Twitch chat. It doesn't matter if I don't check it that much. Anyways. The petition's been organized in the way you've ordered. I've included my opinion on the very last page. Always an overachiever. It's a good thing I put you in charge. Ha ha! Now, I tried to read the document when it was submitted to me, but I just couldn't seem to understand what it meant. Yeah, you made me do the work because you were too lazy. I wish I could say that out loud. Please have a seat. Do you care for some dessert? A tea would be fine, thank you. So, how are things? Going quite nicely, thank you. If it weren't for you. It's a shame to have the career of such a talented officer as you stop at being an aide-de-camp. Why are they pulling out French? They're pulling out like French terms like damn and like aide-de-camp. And they're pulling out names like what, like Lickton Asslot, which is most definitely not French. My offer still stands, you know. Swear allegiance to me by declaring a new oath of fealty. Have you given it some thought? And, depending on how you do, you could even become the Secretary of the Treasury. How is that a position for a knight? What? But, if a vassal that has sworn his/her, just say there. Just say there. Just say there. Comics piss me off when they do that. They take the long way, the harder way, but like his/her. When you could just put theirs. You could just put there. It's a one word, it's so easy. Like, why are you so averse to it? It was regarded as a heinous offense. However, because the subject here is the future Imperial Majesty himself, I'll be on the fast track to success. What greater offers there to a commoner? These sentences are so janky, bro. But does being a commoner rid one of their honor? I swear an unwavering loyalty to the Duke. That's not right. That's not really a sentence. Also, 3D asset, bro. How could I ever dare break that oath? Robbing us of that. What a real slap in the face. Also, why would she even consider it, bro, when she's like, oh my god, Dubless! You must like Duke Dubless very much. I think that it is only right that a knight remains loyal to his or her liege. Yes, of course I like the Duke. He's my favorite character in the story. Shoot me. Shoot me!
Just shoot me! Shoot me! Bang bang, get it, get it, get it, get it, and I'm gonna be me.
Lovely. Duke Dubless is just and kind. Swig? Damn. He knows how to listen to the criticisms of his subordinates. Totally different from slick Mr. What's-His-Face. Slick Mr. a choice of words. Smirk. Damn Jade Kinzel. Yes. Have you at least thought about my proposal? Not this pose, bro. The fucking classic. Oh my god. Have you at least thought about my proposal? Damn it, I'm going to die. What? What is happening, bro? Lady Josephine's deeds in the original story. Poisoning, assassination, conspiracy. I'll be dead the moment Josephine finds out. What is going on? What? Did we miss something? What? I'm so confused. I beg your pardon, Tremor. I see. Is this your way of rejecting my advances? What, is there a whole fucking fleet of buses outside my window? What is this fucking... What is this ruckus? I beg your pardon? That's all you know how to say, dumb jade. I beg your pardon? You would make a second to none contestant to become a lady of the crown. Or would you like to be empress yourself? I beg your pardon? They say I'm the most charming man in the entire kingdom. How odd is it that it doesn't seem to work on you? Betty's gonna start liking her because she just ignores his ass. Advances mean she's canon attractive. Hold your horses. Horse. Did someone say horse? Hold your horses. He might just like her because she's rejecting him and he's used to having things go his way. So, let's not jump the gun. Let's wait and see. Try developing some character in place of all that vanity. Are you sure you're not a man dressed as a woman? Never mind. Nothing can replace the level of vanity that man has. Great heteronormativity! So, heteronormativity is the fact of normalizing, being straight. It's making it the default and assuming everyone is straight. So, that's what this guy's doing, by the way. Actually, that's what this guy's doing. He's just assuming she's straight and that it's impossible that she would, if she would be a man, she would have, she would have to be a man not to like him because all women like men, and especially him, and it's impossible for men to like women, so. I beg your forgiveness, your highness. I cannot dare accept a position as high or as distinguished as such. That as such is completely useless. It is with my sincerest apologies to say I must now attend to my duties. But you have not been excused, have you, damn jade? This is quite unmannerly. Should be... Yeah, what? Unmannerly is crazy. You could have said uncouth. Everyone is bi until proven otherwise. At the very least, you know? With all due respect, if I may quote the royal decorum. The page 7 of the imperial decorum. What the fuck is this? What is this? A subordinate must always be attentive to the conditions of one's superior and know to recede and rid themselves of a given situation. I'm not reading all of that. Your cleverness impresses me. Very well. Then we'll talk again soon. Just 3 more days. 3 more days and I no longer have to humor the pathetic attempts he calls jokes. 3 more days. The Saintess will be taking all the crown to It's crown, not crowned. Crown Prince's attention from me. Don't mess with my Duke Dubless! Oh my god. 72 unfinished documents, 81 untouched documents. I was gonna say, just based on the fact that we're starting with the feet, it's gotta be the Duke. Dark-haired love interest with sharp eyes, anyone? If anyone's got that, well, boy, do I got great news for you. My cat's licking her foot. Update. He is built so long. How tall is this man? Holy crap. The cuffs I gifted him not too long ago. He looks like a walking portrait. Okay, man. Wide shoulders. His shoulders are straight up normal. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I have the willpower to read 6 episodes of this, so. Yeah, you make a good point. She was isekai there. How does she know how to fill all of these? Like, yeah, you know the lore, but a good book, or at least a decent book, should not go over how to fill in paperwork of that world. You know? I was getting ready to leave. Do I give him the most obnoxious voice? I think I do. I was getting ready to leave, but I saw that your lights were still on. You still have a lot of work left over. Why don't we head over? Why don't we head home together? There's nothing more I'd rather do, but... Of course, the fucking dog ears, bro. Nah. Then, won't you come by during the weekend? My butler's been asking for you. Did he blow his money? Oh, my bad, I confused my character. Did he blow his money away? No, but you wanted to talk to you about an investment. Alright, I'll be there this weekend with his documents. Don't overwork yourself. Look, bud. I thought he was your favorite. Why are you butting him, bro? Hello. Also, how is she the only one who knows how to fill in paperwork when she is not even from this world? If she's able to somehow get that, why wouldn't he, you know? That outfit is... Why is it... Blah blah blah, blue blue blue. Ha blah 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 blah. Lingan guli 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 wata lingan gu lingan gu lingan guli 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 wata lingan gu lingan lingan guli 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 wata lingan gu lingan gu lingan guli 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 wata lingan gu lingan gu. Learned about that song through a joke, but low-key, it's kind of a banger. I thought it was just a meme, but no. It's an actual song, I'm not gonna lie, it low-key hits. Like a lot of people, they'll put in like, haha, how funny, and it's just a regular Chinese song that low-key hits. I don't see what's funny, unless you think of China as inferior, and that's the joke to you?
That's something to think about.
I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. You're late, Jade. Sorry, what could I do for you, your highness? Oh god, I'm so gonna get confused between the accents. Oh god. Please, have a seat. Have you read the papers? An appointment ceremony for a new saintess. The first one in a century. And not a canonization of any kind. A living saintess. Now. Alright. Canonization. Canonization is, as defined by Google, in the Roman Catholic Church, the official admission of a dead person into sainthood. So basically what they're saying is, we're not making a dead person like, oh, they were a saint. Nah, it's someone who's still alive that we're declaring a saint. Also, maybe they're Roman Catholic, I guess? I don't know. Now, the problem is, the church has not asked for permission of the king. Sainthood has always been under the church's jurisdiction. Is that true? Jesus, let us know in the chat. Did you let church decide who's a saint? Or do you do that yourself? However, since the appointment has already been carried out, raising a problem will confuse the people and only paint the royal family in a negative light. Why does he look like that? So, His Majesty has requested to meet the saintess in person, to see if she is truly worthy. And because this is the king's request, I've asked Duke Dubless to send for the saintess. Of course, if that is His Majesty's orders. The Duke has asked for him to join him. Damn Jade. Blah, blah, blah. Your Highness, due to the tight schedule, I'm afraid we must start making our way now. Alright. I'll be awfully lonely without the two of you, so hurry. Jade. Yes, my lord. We ought to pack our things. Should we head to the estate together? Alright, last episode of this comic, but we will be reading a second one because I think how are we doing on time? Yeah, we're not doing too bad. We got time for a second one. We wasted like nearly an hour just fiddling around. At least a good like 40 minutes or so. So we've got time for at least another like 3 episodes, given that they're not too long. Wait, water time. Be sure to guzzle on that water, fellas. Water time. Bro, it's gonna be tragic if you don't win after all of this. No, thank you. I'm low-key losing my voice though, so I'm gonna get a fucking cough lotion for me throat, innit? Be right back. Oh, big stretch, oh my god. Sorry, had to go in for the statutory cat break. I must go back to the office. I can wait for you. Bro just does not know how to get a message, I guess. No need. Alright. It looks like we'll get there in the morning. Seems so. Would you like some tea? How are you gonna drink tea in a fucking garage on a dirt road? You're fucking fucking choking on that tea like shit. Like, you know? You know? How we feeling about the upside down, by the way? Switching things up this stream. I know. We're getting a little crazy up in here. Also, I don't know if anyone new is watching, but I will say a little reminder. Using the little command. I guess it's above or below me, depending on where it is. With !bingo, it sends out a link in the chat. And it's the same link for everyone, but each person that clicks it gets a individual bingo card, and you just need 5 in a row to win a little doodle. Now, there are a couple of restrictions to what the doodle can be and all of that, but we can get there if someone wins. No one has won yet. Well, we've yet to see who the first winner will be. So, yeah, if you'd like to participate, only requirement is that you need to have, like, an email or some sort of social media where I can, like, ask you what you want and give you your prize. Otherwise, as long as it's, you know, within reason, you get a little doodle from me. That's the prize. You just need 5 in a row. Is this Emma's? The black tea she brews at Laurabill's best. You can rest if you're tired. In your presence, no I couldn't. Would you like to rest? But you've been yawning in me presence. Yawning doesn't get in the way of my duties. Okay. You can just drop the formalities. It's just us here. You know what? That was pretty smooth. I'm not gonna lie, that was a pretty good plug. You know what? You're better at this shit than me. Maybe you should be the one streaming. There is actually, does it work? Let me test it out. I believe I made a command for the Discord server link to come up. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. So. There's also, if someone would like to join, here's the link. I gotta do more like command and stream stuff. That's just kind of fun. Squeaky chair time. Let's go. You can drop the formalities. It's just us here. Rose Loki kind of weird. She's like, he's so polite and nice. And he's just kind of being weird and pushing boundaries, but okay. No, thank you. You haven't rested a single day after you've become me vassal. Again, how's she drinking tea in a fucking carriage? In a horse-drawn carriage on a fucking dirt road. No. You catching my drift? Yeah. Oh. Oh years, that's enough room for a day's rest now. But you're always busy all the time. All the work I've done hasn't gone. Oh, my bad. That's that's her. My bad. My bad, guys. Whoops, my bad. I just want to see you rest, even if it's for a short while. Tap, tap. Here, take my shoulder. Bro, she didn't even want to fall asleep, and now you're like, lay your cranium upon my shoulder, my lady. Oops, Fedora. Is this the heart of a parent? What? What? Huh? What are you? What? Okay. I guess all that hard work pays off in one way or another. What? My son. I mean, Duke Dubless, I am so proud of you. What? Oh, that's kind of weird. She considers him her son. But they're almost certainly gonna date. That's a little weird. Again, what's that name, bro? Is that supposed to be Minnie? What the hell, bro? Feel like a perv? Yeah, maybe you should. Maybe you should. Maybe you are one. Maybe. Mayhaps. This is like isekai fodder, bro. It's so like generic and like I mean, I guess based off the attire, they are basically just off-brand Roman Catholics anyways, so... Why is she wearing a veil? Oh my god, they all do that. All of these comics want to use fucking European nobility titles, but none of them know how to use honorifics, okay? There was only one bed incoming. You know what? That's, yeah. But, right, if you've got a character that's a duke, anyone who's below them, or trying to be polite, should address them as Your Grace. That's it. That's the title, right? Below that, you've got, like, My Lord or My Lady, you know? Miet is back on my lap. Miet alert. She's looking at the desk. What nefarious deeds will she be up to? It's not love at first sight. Is he startled to see a Korean for the first time? What, is she Korean too? Then it's not the first time. Yeah? I don't know if my mic is catching this. Wait, I'm gonna see if I can move it to get the Mimi sound, sorry.
Oh, Mimi.
I don't know if the mic caught that.
Mimi.
She makes like little Milady Unk, I think you mean M''Unk. Ma-unk is what I go by, actually. That's the only title I accept. Ma-unk. Otherwise, nuh-uh. I'm sworn to Duke Dubless as a knight under his liege. What does that mean? What? What do you mean? It means what it means. She's come from above. Miet is purring, but I don't think the mic catches that, unfortunately. Your ears would have been blessed. During the mass 2 days ago, she appeared at the altar with a blinding light. Vegan D. Could they not fit dinner on there? What? I'm getting distracted by Miet. The capital Lorabille. Wait, how would she know that? Apparently she's done nothing but work for 4 years. This story is so ass, bro. Well, I don't see any messages in the chat. So, I can only read things that address me properly as Ma-unk, so, you know, just in case. I know nobody's written anything in chat, but in case, you know, you plan to.
This is so good. I'm really good.
God damn, she got the McDonald's M on her forehead, what? She's like half drooped on my arm. What are you doing, bro? Bruh, what are you doing? all of these stories, what I've got to say is they're fucking cowards, okay? If they were real ones, the authors of this story would make, like, the Saintess and the main female character of the comic fall in love together. Forget all the men. They would just date. It would take care of a lot of issues, you know? They'll be able to help you with whatever you need. What's he saying? Oh, maybe he is trying to ship them. What is this? It looks like fucking logs. What the fuck? Hello? Ah, yes. My favorite meal, logs and leaves. Me? What are you doing? Face of a man in love. Of course he's not gonna be in love with the main character because you're there, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, we don't care. Okay. We're done the 3 episodes, which means we switch to another comic. So, might be your lucky day. Might be your lucky day, damn Tash.
Yeah, Mimi.
Mimi, what are you doing?
Okay, she's still just kind of like half hanging on my arm. Okay, categories. I mean, like romance fantasy. Do they have a specifically romance fantasy or just fantasy? I don't think they do. They should. Tapas has like a... Oh my god. I've seen this one, bro. It keeps trying to get me to read it. I open the app and I press on the X, but even though I press on the X, it still fucking opens the comic and it pisses me off.
Yeah, Mimi.
Are you staying? Okay. She's just hanging off my arm, kind of like a parrot. Alright, I'm gonna keep you on your toes. 3D backgrounds if you didn't have it already. Why is there a carriage indoors? What the fuck? Is that a carriage indoors? What? In that carriage are His Grace, the eldest young master, and the young lady we're to serve from now on must be in there too. Where are you going? They've decided to adopt her, yes?
Blah, blah, blah. Blue, blue, blue.
She must be good with a sword, no?
Hello. Rosette Adrian.
She's so cute. Oh my god, yes, of course. Sorry, me had to break. You must understand, no one can neglect a cat, a little kitten, in their arms purring, bro. That's impossible. You're asking for an impossible task, okay? Alright. What are you doing? Alright. Oh, does anyone have pink hair? Pink long hair as a box? That's one. Where are you going?
Mimi.
Bro, you're almost on my shoulder. What are you doing? She might actually turn into a parrot, guys. There we go. There we go. Please understand, they just want to welcome you. Why would you send that many people to welcome? You picked the only one I couldn't win at? Okay, chill, bro. We can get there, okay? So happy to have a cute younger sister. Again, flower brushes. Okay, prologue info dump again. Of course his wife's dead, bro. You know what? I've decided I'm gonna spend the time. She might be chosen one. She might. You still have a chance. Don't worry, okay? Got a chance. I think what I'll do is I'll make one for one of these like stupid like kid reincarnated stories because there's a weird amount of them. Also, update Miet's on my shoulder now. She's never done this before.
Yeah.
She also wasn't used to being indoors before I adopted her, so. Right. Wife died is gonna be in there.
Yeah.
I come tumbling out of nowhere. Oh my god, of course there's a head butler. Yeah, where are you going? What are you gonna do? Climb on my head next? I'll show Rosette around, father. Sure, it's almost time for your morning training. Oh, she is fully on my shoulder like a parrot. Her butt is in my face. Mimi, what, where? Stop. Mimi. Oh my god. You know what? If they all treat her like she's the cutest person on earth, I will give that to you, but let's give it a minute. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but odds are, yes, for now, probably. Of course, they've got the fucking son that's the carbon copy of his dad, bro. Go rest in your room. How would she know where her room is? She's never been here, bro. Okay, they're gonna show her the way there, bro. How many of these maids have the fucking twin pigtail braids, bro? Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know, I think the most popular one I've seen of these stories is the like, it's called Baby Tyrant. Alright. Reached the point where I didn't even feel guilt anymore. Why are you breaking your brand spanking new crayon? Dumbass! You remind me of my daughter. Had to set the past right. Lucky for me, I was a decent mage. Oh my god. Using ancient magic, I succeeded in turning back the time. Of course. No, of course. All the crayons are ruined. Yeah. What? What the fuck is this comic, bro?
Well, wouldn't you guess where her... You'll never guess where her name came from.
The maid say? I don't know. Reminds me of Lady Isabel and Duke and Lucas. Previous life, they're strong. I wonder how they'll be as kids. You have quite a strong grip. I'd expect nothing less of the daughter of a famed swordsmaster. Adopted daughter, bro. Are you the uncle because you're the man, or are you the man because you're the uncle? Great question, your sister's heating pad. I don't know. That's like asking, did the chicken come first, or did the egg? Let's watch the vtuber creation video. Hell yeah, let's go. Love to hear it. Okay, so what I'm catching from now at this point is Bro already had 3 kids, and then he just adopted this one. The oldest we saw outside. The 2 middle kids are these guys, and then she's gonna be the youngest one now who's adopted. You're younger than I thought. Wow, your hair color is the color of your hair is the color of roses. You'll never guess where her name comes from, buddy. You'll never guess. You'll never guess. Of course, they always make the daughter be evil. Ooh. Okay, so that's like the older kid, I guess. Bro, you're already a single dad with like 3 kids. Why are you adopting a random other one? I mean, not that I'm like saying you shouldn't help orphans, but like, man, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down? Spirit animals? What do you mean by spirit animals? Like using like animals to like represent them. I am planning on doing that, but I was mostly gonna do specifically like whenever they have, usually it's a love interest, and he's like, oh, and he has like the fucking dog ears or like little wolf ears or like a cat, like those. I was gonna add that where it's like, instead of like drawing emotion, they just put in a picture of an animal. They're like, yep. Calling it quits. Also, for anyone who joined recently, we're playing Webtoon Bingo. So basically, you put ! bingo, you get a link. It's the same link for everyone, but whenever you click, it should give everyone an individual bingo card. So like a different one for everyone. And basically, we're reading a few episodes of a bunch of webtoons. And whenever we see a trope, because a lot of these have the same tropes, you get to mark it off on your bingo board. If you get 5 in a row, any of the rows, you win a little doodle, within reason, you know? It can't be like 2 million characters, you know? And also safe for work. And you need to have some sort of social media or something that I can like ask you what you want and give it to you. Or email even. So you just need a method that I can like contact you by and give you the thing. Yeah, represent the emotion, bro. Bro, it's 4 a.m. Dude, you have to go to bed. You have to go to bed. You cannot keep this up. Is his arm behind his back, or does he only have one arm? No, he does have 2 arms. I guess his arm is just behind his back? I don't know why, but okay.
I'm Rosette. It's nice to meet you.
Why have you come to our family? Source of strength, bro. Of course, the first person who showed me kindness. That's gotta be one for the board, too. Trust, we're gonna have like specific bingo boards, and it's gonna logos minted, and it's gonna be great. Belle Rosette is. I know how to use magic! My reaction exactly. Aw. Dude, you're torturing yourself. Please just go to bed. These fuck-ass comics will not help you study English. They simply won't, I fear. You really think a weak kid like her can handle that? Oh, Miette's coming back for more. She's climbing on my chair again. Hello. Oh, she lies down. Okay. Hello, what do you want? What can I help you with? Okay, she's just staying, I guess. That's fine. Rather than have her whine and cry when she fails to adjust here. What? What are you doing, bro? She's determined to make hard for herself. What can I do? Oh my god. Okay. But she does this thing where she wants to go on my on me, and then I pick her up, and then she's like, okay, and then she wants to go back onto my bed instead. Mimi, what are you doing, bro? You gotta choose. Listen carefully since you've chosen to join our family. Squeaky chair time. If I make 5-minute video, I should win. Would you let me take the dub? It's gotta be fair, bro. It's gotta be fair. Maybe at some point I will make like a, send your OCs in the Discord and I'll draw them or something, where you can get like a little doodle maybe, but look, if I let you win through illegal means, then it wouldn't be fair for everyone else, you know what I mean? And also, I would be supporting you going to bed at 4 a.m. Which, no. Or else I'll tell them to return you where you came from. Of course. Yeah, they got her being like the yandere up here. Even decorated the room when you heard she was coming. How quick are they at decorating a room? What the hell? What is this, bro? Oh my god. What are you doing? She just saw my hand kind of making like a C shape, and she just decided, let me shove my nose down there and pet myself. Dude, you almost win every time, okay? I don't think I mentioned this earlier, but I would like to stream semi-regularly, so like once or twice a week, and I do plan on including some Webtoon bingos in there, you know? It's mostly gonna be drawing, Webtoon bingo, maybe games once in a while, so, you'll have a chance to win, and I'll make those probably earlier in the day. I want to do a mix that way, depending, you know, on what time zone people are in. They get a chance. But 99% of gamblers quit before they win. Well, boy, do I have something for you. This is you for real. And so, I made it through my first crisis and was off to have lunch with everyone, when I immediately ran into my second crisis. Gah! No, it couldn't be. Shrimp salad. Oh, I know you don't like vegetables. Let daddy see. Oh my god. Why do I have that on standby? Don't ask questions, okay? You don't want to know everything I have on standby. One day, maybe I'll make a stream where I just go through my picture collection on my computer. Unfortunately, I did delete recently some of the stuff that I had since, like, ninth grade. Which would have been 7 years ago at this point. 6, 7. 6, 7? That was not on purpose, but... So why is the dessert also shrimp colored? Holy shit, her arm bow! How is she only getting, like, this reaction and having, like, no issues breathing or something? Blue...
Oh, I'm gonna beat the shit out of my daughter's allergies. That'll teach you to anaphylaxis my daughter.
Like, what the fuck is that face, bro? And also, goddamn, bro, that is not how allergic reactions look. Holy crap. This story, man. This one is kind of, like, funny bad, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of funny bad. I'm sorry for lying. Bro, you did- what? What? What the fuck? Bedridden because of a little shrimp? What do you mean? What the fuck? What? That's so stupid! Oh my god, bro. I'm pretty sure there's a square somewhere about abuse, so if you've got that, you can check that off too. Also, for the people who are newly arrived, there's a bunch that we did check off already, like flower glitter brushes, 3D background, main character with long red hair, assets. More probably, but I don't remember them off the top of my head, so if you've got any questions and you're like, has this occurred, feel free to put it in chat, and I will do my best to monitor and let you know if that counts or not. Do you forget why I adopted you? Sounds like the answer is to be your slave. Oh, meaningless- what? The most stereotypical fucking villain ever. And yet, you wanna come back? Oh my god. Wait, what's with all the back and forth, bro? You coming up? Okay.
You go
No need to say it. I know I've got the voice of an angel. Oh. Even better than the original, one might argue. Yeah, watch out, EJ. Especially that spell to turn back time. You'll need it for when you mess things up. How convenient. Look at my beloved youngest daughter. Ah, yes. Of course, bro. cursed etched into my heart. What the fuck? Of course. Oh my god. So prologue info dump, by the way. That's one of them. Will he finally acknowledge me if I do everything he wants? Well, it seems like you don't have a choice either way, because didn't you just say he put a curse on you that forces you to obey? Like, this is basically like the, in JoJo with the ring over the heart, like, you know, if you don't fulfill your promise, you die type deal. Swooning over her cuteness. If they do mention it again, I'll give it to you. Is that snot running down her face? Ha!
Oh, wow, that build is crazy. Damn, man.
Oh, it's kind of crazy that you adopt a kid. Also, she could have not known she was allergic. Shrimp is not that inexpensive, or... Either way, it is a little bit goofy to serve a very common allergen on the first meal, but you know. Eat it and hold it in. I mean, she didn't throw it up. Also, shrimp is expensive. Wouldn't they be like, well, more for me if she doesn't eat it? Like, what? Of course, of course, of course, of course. But also, even if it was pickiness, I don't get what the big stink is. People care too much about picky eaters. Carrots? You don't like carrots? Those are like the best vegetables. What the fuck? Are you insane? Are you insane? Hello? How did they not notice her scratching her arm if she scratched it that much? Oh my god, not the fucking layered cut. Oh my god. I was sure they were gonna mention the cuteness again. Wait. Yes, they did. Alright, I think there should be a code on your bingo card. I'll give you canon attractive, okay? If that is the case, I think you got a bingo, right? If that's the case, I think you should have a code on your bingo card. Can you send that? Either in the chat or the Discord. I think I should be able to check. Double check cards based off of their code. And if that does not work, then you can send a screenshot of it to the Discord. But yeah, you should have, I think, either a code or a link to your card specifically. Yeah, bingo card ID. Middle down, okay. Should be... Okay, 006. Prologue info dump, keyboard smash names, love interest was same character, verb sound effects, canon attractive. Well then, it seems we've got our first bingo. Then. It would appear. Hell yeah. First bingo, that's crazy. Wait, I got something for you. This is a cause for celebration. Damn, I hate to encourage the gambling, but hey, you are the first winner, I can't deny that, so. Right. Hell yeah. Where is my text, bro? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Whoop whoop, first bingo win. What the frick? I guess the prophecy is true, huh? The prophecy is true. 99% of gamblers quit before they win big. So, hey, first bingo winner. Give it up for Demtash. Let's go. That's kind of epic. I'm excited we got the first win. All right, so you could just let me know what you want your doodle to be in the Discord server, and we sort that out. Perfect. I guess in time we finished it again. I almost missed the cue too. Damn, that would have been so unfair. Hell yeah. All right, very cool stream. I'm glad we finally got a winner, and like I said. Like I said, I want to make more, and I will try to make, ideally, I would like to, if I can, I would like to go twice a week, maybe one time towards what's the evening for me, and one time towards, like, maybe the early afternoon. So, hopefully, maybe even the morning, depending on the day, but I want to try to do it at least once a week, maybe twice, depending. That's not a hard goal. I'm not going to force myself if things don't work out, but I want to do it more often, which means more bingo opportunities. So keep an eye out. There will be more Webtoon bingos in the future, okay? And again, thank you everyone for joining. Thank you everyone who played. And maybe I should make a command for when someone wins bingo. I think that would be pretty sick. You could have like fireworks go off and like a fun song or something. So, yeah. Hell yeah, this is fun. This is exciting. Now that's a nice way to cap off Monday or 5 a.m. Tuesday for you. All right. Again, thank you everyone for joining, and we shall go. I'm gonna try to, again, I'm always trying to innovate, not to brag, so I will try to upgrade my stream again if I want to see if I can like do like a goofy like dual setup type of thing, so that way I can have the chat be on screen. I don't know how that's gonna work, but I do want to give it a go, and I want to play more with commands and the bingo boards and all of that. It's limited by time, but again, and from now on I will also be leaving the streams up after they're done. I might just like change the thumbnail and add like timestamps, and you know, if I accidentally dox myself in my Google searches, which has happened a couple of times, you know, I'll maybe cut that out, but otherwise, you know, they'll be pretty much as is. So if you end up missing a part, you want to look back, want to know the names or whatever, they should be there. So anyways, good luck on everyone who has an exam tomorrow, which is quite a few people apparently, and see you next time, fellas. See you next time.